Hey, hi, and there, everybody, this is Pika here, and I'm here to present to you part 9 of Katawa Shoujo. Okay, I think it's pretty safe to say that Chaos Head is probably not gonna work. What the fuck? Yeah. Sorry, I had to look at something. Alright, so what happened last time is that, oh god, Shizen and Lily almost got into a cat fight, and then we kinda, we hung out with Rin and Emmy for lunch on the roof, and now we're going to town with Lily. So, alright. There's no music, I don't like that. Walking on down the road, she seems to become somewhat unsettled. Before I can ask what's on her mind, she seems to collect herself and speaks up about something else. So, where in town were you going? That's actually a pretty good question. I'd come in to buy food, but the layout of the place is still totally foreign to me. Okay, that is the weirdest thing ever. Like, I'm keep looking at the thing which records my video, and I've never seen it do that. Basically, it's like there's like the circle with the black button, and it's like flashing red, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I had intended to just wander around and see what I could find, but with sunset already approaching and nightfall not too far away, that doesn't seem very wise. Also, my nasalness is gone. So now my voices shouldn't sound weird anymore, but they're still going to have to. I'm going to have to ask her for directions. Again. I was just going to get some food, but now that you mention it, I don't really know the way. Well, now, this is quite lucky. I was just about to go to the convenience store myself. Looks like I'll be in your care again, then. Thanks. Together we walked to the store. My pace is carefully slowed to remain beside her. Compared to my usual walking pace, hers is quite a bit slower. Not that it's without reason. I was gonna say, where's the noise? Yes, there's the music! I was feeling really bleh. After what couldn't be more than several minutes, I catch sight of our objective. This town really is pretty small. Without further ado, we make our way inside with a greeting from the counter. Mind if I tag along with you? Usually Hanako would help me, but seeing as she's not here... It takes me a moment before I realize what she means. Oh yeah, the convenience store doesn't have Braille. Considering she wouldn't be able to read any of the labels, shopping without any help would be a big pain for her. That said, I can't shake the feeling that she'd had this idea since I said I was coming here. Sure, it'd be my pleasure. I grabbed 2 well-used red baskets from the small stack beside the entrance, handing one to Lily. She lays it on the ground, putting her school bag in, retracting her cane and sliding it through her basket's handles before picking it back up in her right hand. Wait, if she doesn't use her cane... Before I could complete the thought, she comes beside me and pinches the cuff of my uniform in her slender fingers. Is this alright? Sure. I have no reason not to accept. I can think of worse things than shopping with a pretty girl holding on to me, even if it is out of necessity. We navigate our way through the store, with not one of the occasional passing customers seeming to bat an eyelid. Considering how close Yamako is, I guess seeing students from there must be entirely normal for the local residents. As we reach each aisle, yeah, that's a tongue twister, I quickly check with Lily and find out what she needs. I grab it along with what I'm looking for and put our items into their respective baskets. I guess this is the same routine she and Hanako follow every Friday. Right, all that's left is the bread, and that should be my shopping done. Do you need anything else, Lily? No, this should be everything. I feel like her voice is still messed up to me. Off we go then. With a quick side trip to the bakery section, we make our way to the registers. It's kind of weird that a convenience store in Japan has everything you need. The line, thankfully, is almost non-existent. It's not long before we've both paid for our food and are out the door. As Lily retrieves her cane and extends to full length, I waste a minute looking upwards at the night sky while holding both our bags. For a moment I try to make clouds with my breath, but the summer's heat doesn't seem to cooperate. Eventually she rights herself, taking a quick stretch before taking her bag and leaving me to my 2. You tired as well? The festival preparations have been complete chaos. Shizune breathing down my neck doesn't exactly help things either. Hey, she's only trying to get everything organized. Better now than later, right? I suppose. I'm going to enjoy relaxing in town tomorrow, that's for certain. I guess the festival preparations must be taking their toll on both of them. We walk out into the quiet street, talking between ourselves as we carry our bags of food and supplies from the store. Wait, what's that? I notice a very distinctive figure making its way towards us, silhouetted by the street lamps. For a second I think it's another male student from my class, but as he, or should I say she, gets closer I recognize her quickly. Hey, Rin. Rin? What are you doing out here so late? Why did the music just suddenly stop? Rin? Lily perks her head, looking like she's trying to focus on listening more keenly. If something comes to me that should probably interpret the scene for her. It's Rin Tezuka, I think was her last name, from our school. She stiffens at the name and gives a complicated-looking expression, something like a forced fusion of a composed smile and a painful cringe. And I usually try to ignore the beginning scenes of in Act 1, because they're just bleh. I'm like at part 9. Ah, I understand. I guess Lily knows Rin too, except in a more painful way. Rin turns to look at us, looking terribly out of it. I'm not entirely sure if she recognizes either of us, or at least she doesn't acknowledge it if she does. She looks like a zombie, or a statue. A statue of a zombie. But slowly, some symptoms of understanding seem to light in her dark eyes. This is something she must react to. Rin blinks once, very thoroughly. Hello. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to see if there was supposed to be music. There's an awkward pause, everyone waiting for someone else to say something. What are you doing here this late? I was wondering about that myself too, just now. I'm so done. Okay, shut up. Some people asked that just before. I assume they were wondering the same. I didn't know. They didn't know either. I asked. That's why I'm wondering. So that was pretty much it. It's a murder mystery without a murder. They were going that way. She turns facing to her right in order to demonstrate the direction of the other people went to, as if that was important, then rotates back like a mechanical puppet in one of those overly complicated clockworks. For a person who gives an impression of being the quiet type, Rin really does use a lot of words to say things that don't need a lot to be said. Unsure if she's finished, I say nothing. Neither does Lily, who seems equally robbed of words for the time being. I think that both of us are in fact just scared that any response might provoke her to continue. Our stupefied lack of expression doesn't faze Rin at all. She keeps looking at us expectantly, a calm hint of expression on her blank face. She seems to be that kind of person, always so relaxed. As if both elephant-grade sedatives were flowing in her veins in the place of blood. Do you have amnesia? I don't recall you having anything of the sort, though. No, I don't think it's that. The other passerbys are probably just worried, though. You do look really lost, the way you're standing in the middle of the street. Oh, I see. Maybe I should have taken some other kind of pose in that case. I ponder for a while whether I should chase this angle further or give up for the sake of my own sanity. I decide on the latter. It seems that most of the time it's better to not read too deeply into what Rin is babbling about. Also, if you can hear a noise, that's my parents. But thankfully, I took an initiative and asked them to be quiet for a good half hour to 45 minutes. Because that's usually how long these videos are. So, yay! Talking with Rin is like playing chess with a supercomputer who does seemingly completely random moves as if to mock everything you know about chess. It's like that, except with human interaction. And even if I win, it feels like losing. Damn, it's just like Kenji said. Even when I win, I lose. Is this the power of the girls of Yamaku? Hisao, you know you're starting to lose your mind once you start thinking like Kenji. I push this thought aside as too dangerous to consider further. It's probably just Kenji's anti-female propaganda getting to me during a moment of weakness. Going into the feminist thing for a minute, I've noticed that, like, I don't look at a lot of other, Let's Plays for Katawa Shoujo because I've mostly seen all the roots and crap. But I actually wonder if, I only know of one other female that plays this game. I'm not even sure if they finished their frickin' playthrough yet. They were on Emmy's path, that's for sure. Yeah, maybe taking another pose might have worked. So yeah, as far as I know, I'm probably the only person who's actually willing to finish this game. So anyway, you have no idea what you're doing here? She frowns, looking extremely displeased at either my question, its consequences, or the answer she's about to give. I do have some idea. I can't really tell what kind of an idea. That sounds like progress, at least. Lily sounds as if she spotted an opening for some kind of discernibly normal conversation. I can't say I share her optimism. Yes, there is some. Definitely. The rest will come later. I'm sure of it. I always have reasons. The ensuing silence kills Lily's hopes all too visibly. That didn't last long. Rin's, as far as I can tell, unbased and assurances aside, what should be done? We could just leave her to her own devices, whatever those are. But it's late, and I don't think we'll be getting any thanks if Rin is found standing here in the middle of the night. But she probably will, unless she manages to remember what she was doing here in the first place. As for me trying to guess what might have been going on in her mind when she decided to embark on this adventure, the chances seem to be on par with winning the lottery. Several times in a row. Lily's oddly quiet, too. I'd appreciate some support from the sidelines here, especially if she's more familiar with Rin than I am. But it can't be helped. It seems her familiarity with Rin is exactly why she's staying subdued. So I assume you're going somewhere, not coming back to the school. Any idea where? Her eyes widen in shock, and she jolts back in a somewhat artificial way, making it seem like an act rehearsed for situations like this. Are you a mind reader? Is that your disability? How unique! No, what? Why would you think that? Her face! I've never seen that face. No, barely anyone sees that face, and I laugh whenever I do see it. You knew what I was doing! It was just an educated guess. We walked the same street in the other direction just before to get to the store. If you were going to school, we would have met you on the way. Oh. She looks a little disappointed. Like Kenji, Rin appears quick to jump to completely irrational conclusions. Maybe it's something in the water here. I make a mental note to stock up on soft drinks. You know, that is the second time this week that someone asked if I was a mind reader. Do I really give off that impression? Rin shrugs her shoulders, which is all the answer I get. You know, maybe you should come with us back to the school? Lily interjects just as I'm about to further debunk my alleged mind-reading capabilities. She sounds rather concerned, the paper-thin smile on her face badly disguising that fact. Maybe she came to the same conclusion as I did. For everyone's sake, I decided to let the mind-reading topic drop, as it's entirely inane anyway. Yeah, Lily's right. If you can't remember, there's no point staying here. Rin considers this rather simple deduction for a moment, then nods. Okay. This girl. We start towards the school again, having wasted way more time than necessary with this episode. Rin walks along the edge of the sidewalk in her rhythmic way, looking like a mix of sleepwalker and rope dancer, while Lily keeps one hand on my shoulder, tapping at the ground with her cane. Okay, for some reason I could completely imagine Rin's walk, which looks really freaking weird in my mind. If I could freaking draw, I would do it. Tap, step, step, tap, tap, step, step, step. Apart from that and a few fragmented beginnings of conversation, it's quiet. A quiet quite apart from the relaxing one it's town at that. So how's the mural going? We are going to get bad luck. Never talk about works in progress. I'm sure it will be wonderful. Bad luck. Tap, step, tap, step. She doesn't care to talk about it. Lily's politeness feels out of place for the first time. Step, step, step. The hill Yamaku rests on top of is surprisingly steep, going uphill. We slow the pace, but I still feel my pulse rising and breathing getting heavier. My god, you need to get into shape as now. If you're getting out of breath just from doing this, you're not gonna last long. Almost there, I can see the gates already. More than that, though, I notice that Lily's hand slightly tightens on my shoulder, interpreting it as a gesture that she wants to ask something and speak up. Anything wrong, Lily? I resist the urge to say aside from our traveling companion, but only just. Oh, wow, that's mean. For a moment, she seems to debate whether she should even bring it up, but goes for it anyway. Is everything alright? Alright? How do you mean? The fact I can't interpret her incredibly vague question puts her off for a second. It's just, you seem unusually tired, I guess. Now that she brings it up, I notice that my breathing is strangely heavy. The uphill walk has really done a job on me. Lily noticed it all too quickly. Okay, for some reason I'm thinking that because she's blind, you know how, that's the music player. I'm gonna start playing music for you guys now. Is this it? But, yeah, this is it. I bet some people are just like, don't even know what I'm doing. Alright. Sorry, I'm not in very good condition. It's alright, I just need to catch my breath. My condition isn't the best these days. Oh. Is it something that is related to you being transferred here? I mean... She cuts herself off rather abruptly, maybe realizing she was being a bit intrusive. Her instincts are sharp though, and while I don't like the subject, it's not like I should lie about it. If it's Lily, I don't think I mind. I'm just a little weak for the time being. Hanako said you look fairly healthy, so I naturally thought. Lily doesn't finish her sentence again, letting it trail off with a measure of concern. As she furrows her brow, Lily's uncomfortable expression spurs me to say at least something to ease her feelings. It's surprising she's this flustered considering her straightforward attitude with her own blindness. She must know that not all share her own comfort about such things. No, it's okay. But back to what I was saying, I bet, like, you know how because Lily's blind, her other senses are heightened. But considering that, you know, his son says that his breathing was getting heavier, she probably heard that, like, more keener than Ren here. Of course, then again, Ren's kind of weird, and she doesn't say much at all about me, so... I have a pretty... I guess the best way to put it would be messed up heart. Arrhythmia. I had a bad heart attack a while ago because of it, and spent most of the spring in a hospital. Ended in Numako on doctor's orders. She silently nods her head in acknowledgement. Here's the thing. I would not admit that if Rin was there. Well, actually, wait a minute. We already did that to Rin. Wow, I can't believe I didn't remember that. My answer, though, only seems to make Lily furrow her brow even further. She doesn't seem to quite know how to react, given we don't really know each other that well. Great, Okay, I also gotta take more initiative to say my parents be quiet. I can't really fault her for it, given I have the exact same reaction. While I do want to assuage her concern, I really don't want to dwell on this either. Don't worry about it. I try to offer a reassuring smile, but then I realize the futility. Without knowing this, Lily smiles at me reassuringly, but doesn't say anything further. Excuse me. Arriving at the dorms, Rin stops in front of her mural as if lightning struck her. She had been so quiet for almost all the walk back that I'd all but forgotten she was here. It's Friday, isn't it? Yes, Friday, the 8th of June. Okay, I gotta remember that date. I got to remember that day. Seriously, I've been wondering, like, every time I play this, like, what the hell is the timeline? And I'm like, 8th of June. Okay. This is bad. Bad? Why? I think I'm going to go into fetal position and throw up, probably in reverse order. Is something wrong? No, nothing is wrong. It's Friday and nothing is wrong yet. This mural is going to need to be finished by Sunday, so everything's alright. Do you have any drugs or a time machine? What? This is not good. Not good. So she's behind her schedule. Recalling she's seen A's expiration at Rin's carefree attitude several days ago, I don't know what to think. She has left herself open for a told you so unless she could pull off whatever she needs to pull off by Sunday morning. Rin keeps staring at her mirror, looking as mortified as she can. Leave me. I'm going to need to work for a while. I glance at Lily, expecting her to share an incredulous look with me as I roll my eyes, but then I realize she's not the one to do that kind of thing. Leave me. We do, of course, not wanting to aggravate her any more than she already is. There's a churning bad feeling in my gut. Rin shares a knack of making people feel worried about her. She seems like a person who should never be left alone. Maybe we should call someone? She sounded like she was going into shock or something. I'm sure she will be just fine. She's just how to say... Lily cocks her head a little, trying to find a polite way of calling Rin crazy without calling her crazy. Unique? Yes, a very unique person. I guess you could say that. She cooks up a notion... how do you pronounce that? Melodiously? Nodding in agreement. Sorry about leaving you stranded as you talk to her. I don't really understand her, so I keep my distance. So my guess was right. Lily offers a slight apologetic smile as if she was sorry that her own shortcomings might have prevented her from becoming closer to Rin. Mom, please shut up. I'm not one to blame her. At all. Lily lets slip a long breath, probably a disguised yawn. I imagine she's exhausted by all this as I am. I better leave now and give these to Hanako. Thank you for the company, Isao. She smiles very sweetly at me. It feels different than normal, despite the fact that she seems to be smiling so often. I can't put my finger on what the difference is. It's just different. Relaxed, I say, but that's probably just relief over getting rid of Rin. Maybe. Yeah, good night. Say hi to Hanako for me. I will. Good night. I'm about to kill Mom! Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo, Katawa Shoujo. I want to be the only person who likes doing that. Do I continue further or do I keep going? Do I keep going or do I stop here? Okay, I'm gonna check something. Give me a minute. 47 minutes with 28, so almost 20 minutes. I'll keep going, I guess. The students roll into class for the Saturday morning session, each and every one of them sporting the tired eyes of people that have worked through the night. With only a day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only have to suffer through classes until the lunch break, and then our time is our own. Muta lurches into class in a tired stagger. I suppose students aren't the only people here that enjoy their late Friday nights. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps down at his desk. It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in the class is going to call him out on it. Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into position and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard among the ruffling papers. That can partly be attributed to the 2 empty seats beside me. For some reason, Misha, wow, I'm going back to 1st grade, and she's an AM present, probably doing council work for the festival. It's very quiet without Misha present. I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or if she's making up for Shizune's lack of voice. Nakai, can I speak to you for a moment? Oh dear, we're in trouble. I'm so engrossed in thinking about Misha that I don't even notice Mintao approaching my desk. Sure, what's this about? It's probably better if we speak outside the classroom. Oh dear. Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out into the hallway. Mutao stands in the hallway, scratching his head as he works out what he is trying to say. Not knowing what's going on, I wait silently. So tell me, how are things? Things? I expected Mutao to be a little vague, but this is pushing the limits. You know, things. You've had a week to settle in now, so how are things? Fine, I guess. I see. And how's your condition? The pause before condition seemed a little unnecessary. Haven't had any problems so far, aside from Emmy knocking into my chest and almost causing me to go into another heart attack. I A brief shimmer of relief passes across Mutao's face. Good, that's good. The school nurse was a little concerned that you might have been pushing yourself a bit too hard. Is going for 2 laps a run bad? He asked me to keep an eye on you when he couldn't. What about Emmy? That makes sense. I'd ask that you don't blow us off so freely. As much as we try to give you the level of education that you would get at a normal school, you have to realize that you have limits. Our goal is to make sure that you know where those limits are and how to maximize your potential within them. Do you follow me? I guess. I mean, I don't plan on doing anything stupid. Well, that's a start, I guess. So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We're not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I tried to keep up when I was in the hospital, so it hasn't been too hard. Mutao taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs this information. Is that so? I suppose there are still students out there that realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in my little life support prison. Well, yeah, you've got to keep up with these things, right? That's exactly it. One wrong move in this world and you're left behind, right? Right. Wouldn't want that to happen. I swear to God, Hisao is probably the only student who would probably interact with teachers like this. At my school, you would not find that crap. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's new scientific discovery. Most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but any one of them could be the key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. It's obvious that Mutao's serious talk is over, and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scatterbrained approach to life. I think in hindsight I prefer him this way. He's slightly more predictable in his unpredictability. Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's get back inside, shall we? My relief at that suggestion is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Mutao pauses for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before. For an instant I consider replying to this, but something deep within me tells me to shut my mouth and get back into the classroom. A few of the students jump at the sound of the door, rapidly trying to pretend that they are working on the questions on the board. Some don't even bother, their heads slumped on the desk as they nap. Thankfully, it would appear that Mutao does not even notice them. Or he does notice them and is just letting them sleep. He returns to his desk and retrieves a scientific journal from one of the drawers. I guess I got to him there. The class returns to the near sounds that Mutao and I left it in before our chat. Mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone around here is either waiting for a chance to rest or a chance to get their last-minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly ticks the remaining class time away, until finally the bells cry out ending the torment. Before you all leave, I expect the answer for those problems by Monday. The class sighs as one, instantly regretting slacking off, but still acutely aware of the more pressing issues at hand. The classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to the last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind and try to quickly finish the question so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend, with the festival and all tomorrow. Apart from me, Hanako's the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our classroom to pick her up. I expect that moving around is at least nominally harder for her than it is for Hanako. But it's none of my business, and I naturally don't ask about it from Hanako. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else either, so an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence. It's probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn pages of my notebook. Hanako turns pages of the novel she's reading. My pencil lid splinters against the paper just when I was about to finish a paragraph. Paragraph? Holy fuck! The sounds of my irritated sigh and subsequent fumbling around for a sharpener feels like they're breaking the mood into the classroom. This is why you have mechanical pencils and a extra box of lead. Or a case, I don't know. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. Hanako? Her name is all it takes to make Hanako jump up from her desk and run to Lily. I actually wonder, aside from the fucking straight things, is there Yuri in this? Like, do people imagine Yuri? Because if anything, I mean, I'm not so much into Yuri, but I will say this: if there was, these two would probably be my OTP of the Katawa Shoujo because they're so cute. Oh, you see that? Just like frown. No, I'm not trying to make fun of her, but still. They talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall and Hanako idles back into the classroom, taking her seat once again. I watch Hanako out of the corner of my eye out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would be separated. For a couple of minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hands, staring at the desk dejectedly. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her, though, her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw her reading at the library. She must be quite a fast reader to get through them at this rate. I understand that. After about 10 minutes of restlessly shuffling in her seat and trying to read, Hanako closes her book and leaves too. As should I, since the assignment is all but finished and there's nothing else to do in the classroom. Not that I have anything to do anywhere else either. Okay. 54 minutes. I think we're good here. Alright, so. I just wanted to get a little bit further. Oh god. Hopefully by part 11 maybe we'll be done with Act 1. Of course, then again, one of the people I'm subscribed to on YouTube is also doing a Katawa Shoujo Let's Play. And he just got onto Lily's path. I'm like, god damn it, I need to be quicker on these. Alright, so that was Katawa Shoujo Part 9. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do for Chaos Head. Like, I don't know. I don't want to cancel it because I already played it once, and it's like it's the only other Let's Play of Chaos Head on there, but I can't get it to work, so I might have to like uninstall and reinstall it, which is gonna be a pain, but who cares? So that was Katawa Shoujo Part 9. Hope you enjoyed it. Pokemon Platinum will be up first tomorrow, and then Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as I grind the fuck out of it, because Grand Canyon! And then after that, oh yeah, I need to grind a fuck ton, because after that is some special story stuff. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again for Pokemon Platinum Pokemon Randomized Platinum Part 3 tomorrow as we make our way to Warbrick City. So, see ya!